Have you ever canceled an appointment at a doctor's office or dental office right from the chair when they're about to do work on you? Have you ever done that? Because I just did it. This is the shirt I wore. I just got home. So I'm at this dental office, right? And I'm getting ready to get my annual cleaning and stuff like that. And they check everything. You know, she was going to do some x-rays, you know, because I said, you know, check, make sure everything is fine, right? So the dental assistant is preparing, you know, they put on their gloves and, you know, stuff like that. And then I guess she was preparing the stuff for the doctor to come in after that and do my annual cleaning. So we struck up a conversation about animals, right? She said, I got 3 cats. I said, oh, I got 1 cat and a dog. And I said, I got a question. I said, what kind of litter and litter box you use for your cat? Because my cat is very picky. And sometimes, you know, she don't want to use the litter box and, you know, she don't like the litter. I got to switch it up and then she all of a sudden like it. She said, this is what I do. First of all, the white women are safe on this one. The white women are absolutely safe on this one. She's not white. Okay? Because I know y'all going to say that in the comments. I know there's that. So anyway, she said, I let them go in the bathtub. My jaw almost dropped. And I'm like, oh, really? And I'm trying to play it off. I said, really? I said, how you do that? She said, I just let them go in the bathtub. They pee and poop right there in the tub. I get it out. And that's it. So I'm thinking she in this big old house where she just let the cats have the bathroom. That's even, you know, a little sus. But she said, no. I said, so you got a big place? She said, no, I got a 1-bedroom apartment, 1 bathroom. And I'm sitting there like, really like, damn. And I can't believe what I'm hearing, right? And she said, yeah, it works out fine and everything. And they're happy. So that means she's showering in that same tub and taking a bath. And I'm sitting here like, do I want this lady working on my teeth, right? I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm sitting there like, I got to think of something quick, right? And I'm sitting there like playing it off. And I said, you know what? I got to go to work. They just text me. I got to go to work. And I got to, you know, make another appointment. She said, really? I said, yeah, I got to get out of here and go to work. I wasn't about to let her mess with my teeth, y'all. Not after she told me that.